Hello there, friends. It's Sunday, June 30th, 2019. Hope that you're doing well. Hope that you're enjoying the remainder of June 2019. After this, we've officially got 6 more to go. As always, it's hard to believe how fast the time goes at some point. I want to wish a happy birthday to Matt from the Matt's Mashup Something channel. Looks like he's in the same position that I am of waiting for YouTube to allow us to change the names, since we used up I think you can 3 times in 90 days, so I've hit the limit, so I've got to wait. Sure wish that bird wouldn't. So happy birthday, and alright, this thing is gonna drive me crazy. So, and also as of this morning, 200.00. So almost there, folks. It's right there on the cusp, even despite eating just a little bit too much last night. Still losing weight. So, still losing weight, still sticking to the sleep restriction, just not giving up, giving it all time. It's not going to be fixed overnight, so let's see. One of the things, well, this was pointed out in the comments that I read on the first video, and as other people have pointed out too, one of the big mistakes that I have unfortunately made was have a very sort of black and white ultimatum way of thinking. And maybe sometimes there's a time and a place for that for some people, but at some point you've got to recognize where for you that may not be the case. And in fact, you just kind of set yourself up for never-ending failure when it's like you create that and do that for yourself. Because, things aren't always, life isn't always necessarily so black and white. And it kind of creates this weird end-all, be-all, in and of itself situation where I must do this for the next 6 months, but in the next 6 months I must get to this point, as if that's in and of itself. Okay, so once you get there, kind of, then what? It becomes this thing where if I just do this by this point, something is supposed to happen. Well, what's going to happen? Probably nothing, or further disappointment, or it will just be a thing and that's it, But you built it up in your head by thinking that way. So, just another of the many things that I gotta get away from, stop doing. Stop thinking like that. Stop being dishonest with myself. Stop deluding myself with. It's, like I said, it's not so black and white like that. it's not necessarily a bad idea to push yourself, right, towards something, but when it becomes the thing in and of itself where something is supposed to happen at the end of it, that just another setup for failure. So can't be doing it, and I appreciate for people pointing that out and calling me out on it. Just sometimes somebody else has to see your own bullshit and point it out to you so you can recognize and do something about it too. And the other thing, folks, that is that it's just been undergoing a very gradual mindset change with a lot of things. It's not necessarily fun, easy, pleasant. It's very humbling, sobering, and just when you have to be very honest and realistic with yourself for probably the first time ever or in a long time. I've been thinking about the idea of just making the best of it, not deluding yourself, being honest, being real, and just making the best of it and enjoying things for what it's worth. I have been wondering if another one of the delusions that I've had is this whole, learn to code, career change, this and that. Maybe I am deluding myself with all of that stuff. The realities of it, what any of it would really do. Do I have it in me? Is my temperament even suited for it? Like I said, am I just sort of fooling myself and setting myself up for further failure with it? Maybe, perhaps, I just have to be honest, realistic, appreciate what I do have now, and perhaps try to see if I can go back to being full-time and just kind of recognizing the good things that you do have and realizing how much worse it could be and how much worse there is out there and how many good things you do have going on for you, and just being perhaps a bit more humble about it all and just, making the best of it. And whatever you're going to learn, do, study, do it for your fun and enjoyment. And if it goes somewhere sometime, good. If not, that's okay. Just at least you're not fooling and deluding yourself. I got a raise at work that was pretty good, and so that's afterwards I was just thinking about that, maybe really the best course of action is just to stop. I gotta learn this, and then maybe I can take a coding camp, and I can whatever. Because maybe perhaps, sitting at a computer for 8+ hours a day endlessly coding. It's not really going to be something that brings me contentment and happiness either. Maybe money, but what will I do with that, right? So it's just kind of been on my mind of maybe perhaps at some point it will be just better to enjoy what you got, make the best of it, and find whatever happiness you can here and there. But stop lying to yourself. Stop lying to yourself. Stop deluding yourself. Stop setting, oh, by next year I want a this with this thing. Like I said, it's not a bad idea to have like an end goal and a timeline, stuff like that, but maybe sometimes for some people you also have to be honest with yourself and not cause extra something, whatever you want to say. Even my mom was just kind of asking me about that a little bit of, well, you want to just maybe, you got some good things going on there, even if you're gonna just try to get more hours and just, appreciate what you got. That may very well end up becoming the case, folks. So, I'm not sure. I don't know. Just in a very, very, sorry, my stomach keeps grumbling. Oh, a little, not hungry, but whatever. You're all already hungry. So that may be, so there's still stuff I want to learn, and I am learning, but it's just, maybe it's ultimately just going to be something I do for fun, enjoyment, things like that. And not pressure myself to do something that's maybe realistically not actually for me, and I'm not cut out for. You appreciate what you have and really truly recognize that and make the best of it. So, I hope this didn't come across as depressing or anything like that. It's just one of those thoughts I've been having lately of some self-realization and moments of just looking at it all, thinking about it all, and perhaps, and just wondering if perhaps I was wrong in some of my thinking with it. So indeed, what's your little place and purpose in this big world? What's your place and purpose? What would you really want to do? Maybe there is no purpose. I don't know. I mean, if I sound a little down, it's because, well, being honest with yourself is not always an enjoyable experience, isn't it? Being honest with yourself and being maybe realistic. I'm not trying to, oh, are you going back on something now? Not necessarily, it's just, I'm just wondering if perhaps I have been deluding myself with that also. So, anyway, folks, hope you have a great day. Gonna do a little shopping. Gotta get some steaks. See what the prices on ribeyes are. And go enjoy the company of some longtime friends, even if I don't see them very often. The moments that I do see them, it's kind of means the world, even if it's just you eating food and just kind of sitting down and kind of remembering things and catching up. So, all right, friends, see you later. Bye-bye.